Jan Rose Distel presents Age with Attitude TV. Create your kick-ass second 50. Jan brings you the latest and the best about your money, your mindset, and your metabolism. This week, Jan brings you a very special guest.
My guest today, Howard Samble. He is the founder and director of Life Crafting. And if that isn't provocative enough, he has a background in mathematics and chose also to study and become a master astrologer. And I see this combination in all his other skills and that in a male body. So here we are, and I am totally curious, Howard. Would you tell my community, what is life crafting? How did you get there? And anything else that's going to make sense?
Well, thank you. It's really an exciting story. And, you know, I just feel like a kid because even after 36 years, I feel like I'm just starting out and having a blast. So the long and short of it is I began in 1981 with a download, with a really powerful vision of this crazy idea that people could actually choose their own career path, do what they love, and find a way to create value in the world and make money from doing it. It was pretty radical back then, but we actually produced amazing results. And that continued all the way till 93 when the name changed to Career Crafting, because we were still doing, working with people in career change. And I was working with America Online and creating the first ever online career guidance system that happened to be holistic, which is pretty radical. And that continued for a long time, all the way up until 2010, when it became obvious that it was really life crafting, because we were impacting people's lives on so many levels that it just profound all around. But the bottom line is people, are able to find their purpose, their passion, their gifts, and then craft a business in which they make money doing what they love and create this amazing impact in the world at the same time.
Mm.
That's the gift. And it's just that I feel so honored that have the opportunity to do this with people every day.
Very cool. So my question for you, because I'm totally curious. There you were in mathematics. And where did the astrology come from? How do you combine those? What part of your brain that does mathematics says astrology would be a really good thing for me to add?
You want to know the truth, right? Okay, I'll give you the short version of the story. I took my PhD orals in 1974. The committee didn't feel I was good enough. They wanted me to take it again. I said, no, thank you. I spent a whole summer of 74, out of it. And then I realized that, I had better learn how the universe works because I don't have a clue. And that's what led me to studying astrology. And the institute I studied at in Long Island, people don't even believe that school could have existed at that time. But it was true, and I studied there. And it felt like I already knew it, and it was just like I was taking a refresher course. But one thing led to the next. I was being guided the whole time, every step of the way. And just one experience after the next, compelling, experiences, and piecing together the elements, the parts of this ultimate technology that was coming together. So that's the short version of the story.
So you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
A lot of people on the internet promise us that we can find what we love to do and we can make money at it. Mm-hmm. Why is yours different? Why does yours work? Why, what's your unique?
Yeah, that's a really excellent question, Jan. First and foremost is that we go very deep in terms of getting to people's deepest truth and creative essence. I don't, from what I see out there, I see a lot of people making promises, but I don't see a whole lot of people really taking the time to do that really deep work and gain that level of profound clarity. The second thing we do that works is that we ask a very reasonable but also powerful question, which is, how can I do what I love and create value in the world at the same time? Sometimes people sit with that question for a while before it becomes clear. And then when they do realize it, we say, and for whom is that value going to be the greatest? What is that target population, that group that you're uniquely gifted, and skilled to be able to reach? So we break it down in very definable steps, and yet it's very heartfelt and very personal at the same time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
that explanation. In the second half, I am going to ask Howard to share his gift with you, which is a continuation of this conversation about the depth that he truly goes into and why what he has to offer is at a really significantly deeper level. So stay tuned. We've got great sponsors. And in the second half, we're going to go even deeper into this.
My sponsors are so powerful, so phenomenal. They each could have their own show.
Hi, I'm Nina Price, and I'm all about aging with attitude. I like to help you, women like you and like me, to have incredibly great second halves of life. Whether you're bugged by sleep or energy or your sex life, let's talk.
Are you stressed, overwhelmed, maybe depressed? If so, there is hope, and hope stands for hold on, pain ends. Hi, I'm Carolyn C.J. Jones. If you have these feelings, you may have a story running your life. To find out, take the assessment in my free report at carolyncjjones.com. Stories can change.
Do you believe a book can change the course of someone's life? I do. I failed high school math, but I still became wealthy because I learned the 3 secrets from a book. And you can get a free summary of my award-winning best-selling book, Wealth on Any Income, and discover for yourself the secrets used by the wealthy. I now have enough money, so 100% of my online work and coaching is donated to charity, and you can do this too. Just visit wealthonanyincome.com.
Hi, I'm Ann Foster of Wealth, Women, and Soul. My soul's purpose is to help women like you honor your brilliance and to also create a second half beyond what you even can imagine right now. So if you're one of those brilliant women who's stuck, whether emotionally or financially, check out the bonus materials. I would love to work with you.
Welcome back. My guest today, Howard Samble of Life Crafting, has a very special gift, and it is a 2-part gift, and it has all of these different elements of it, and I would love, Howard, would you share with my community how this gift works?
I'd be happy to. Really, it's quite amazing. It starts out with a phone strategy session called the Business Launch Strategy Session. And what we do, just for starters, is we get to really be clear on where you are now in your life and in your business. What is working and where are you frustrated or struggling or been trying really hard for years to get to a certain point and not getting there. So we got really clear on that. Then we fast forward 1 year into the future and get a vision of where you would like to be in your life and your business a year from today. And we go pretty deep into what that is and what that feels like, and very, very much at an embodied level. And then it gets interesting because then we bring in the elements of a video that you will have watched before the session called 5 Essential Secrets for Making Money Doing What You Love. We take the elements of those 5 secrets, and we weave them in to this year developing a roadmap, a solid roadmap of how you can get from where you are to where you want to be. And it's a whole methodology. It's a whole complete system that's tailored and customized to you. Then we look at the inner map. We look at the doubts, fears, limiting beliefs, and I will share with you resources that you can use to address virtually any obstacle that may come up in the course of this time.
So let me ask you, what are some of the typical obstacles that you hear about?
Oh, very common ones. I won't follow through. What happens if I can't complete all the modules and I can't complete all the exercises and I have trouble with them? What if some of my fears that I've had all my life get in the way and I just, I go into just feeling like it's hopeless or useless? Any of those kinds of things, will happen. But we address everything. Every aspect is really addressed.
You have
And
a magic wand that
we have,
waves across?
well,
and
it's really more, it's actually more like we give people a magic wand. We don't touch them with the magic wand. We give them the magic
Oh, I
wand.
like that.
And so they are in charge of the process. They're empowered in this process.
Great.
And they have the whole enchilada. They have the whole thing. And it's there. And it's just so much fun to guide people through this process and to see, where they wind up at the end. It's just extraordinary.
Oh.
Yeah.
So give us an example of someone who started here, ended there, and a little bit about what happened in between.
What a really great story is a story of a man named Jeff who came to me about 8 or 10 years ago. He was an IT professional making really good money, but it was not his passion. He loved the field of holistic health, and he had this amazing mind that could understand papers that were intended for PhDs in biochemistry. But he said to me, well, Howard, how the hell am I going to ever convince anybody that I can help them, have no degrees or credentials or licenses or whatever, anything, which is hopeless, right? Well, we did something cool. We created a wellness coaching practice where his gifts started to really have such impact that people, referred people to him. And then amazing thing happened when he started to work with cancer patients, either newly diagnosed or people that the medical establishment had given up on. And he started creating these turnarounds, these remarkable turnarounds. Now he's known as the Overcoming Cancer Coach. Amazing.
That is amazing. Look, if you've been somebody who is frustrated because you have a passion, you have a purpose, but you can't quite connect it, you're not quite sure, take this man up on his strategy session and his special gifts. You owe it to yourself.
So come to agewithattitude.tv, and that's where you join our community, and you'll get archival information as well, where there are other bonuses with other guests, etc. But it's only for our community members. That's how we work. Enjoy.
Age with Attitude TV.